Welcome everybody to this week's edition of Valpo Women's Basketball Weekly. Brandon Vickery with you. Glad to be joined as always by the head coach, Mary Evans. And coach, it was certainly progress from the first time you played these two teams, and Drake and UNI this past weekend. The defense stood out, I thought, forcing 19 turnovers now in 3 straight games. So let's talk about your defense first. What have you seen on that end?
I thought there was real improvement in that end this weekend. We've kind of been focusing on that, focusing on a lot of our footwork and closing out and moving our feet. And I just think that our players did a much better job of taking personal responsibility for trying not to let their player beat them. And I thought that all culminated with probably the best half of defense yesterday in the first half against Northern. I thought holding them to 23 points in the first half and the way we were flying around and forcing tough shots showed a lot of growth in our team.
How do you keep that moving forward? How do you build on yesterday's game?
And, I think we'll just continue to focus on the things we've been working on, continuing to work on our footwork and our closeouts and our rotations, and just continuing to get more confident in our ability to guard one-on-one. I think that'll prove very big for us moving forward in the conference.
We've talked plenty about three-point shooting, and I think fans are enjoying seeing all the three-point attempts. He set the program record that stood since 1992 for three-point attempts in a game on Friday night against Drake. How is this something that you'll continue to implement moving forward, and how do you envision that aspect of your offense here this season and down the road?
It's a large part of what we do, and I think some teams are going to let us have those shots, and some teams are going to take that away from us. And I think the days where they try to take that away, which I thought Northern Iowa did a nice job, trying to take some of those threes away yesterday, and we had more drives to the basket than we've had in a long time. We've got to continue to grow and get better at our drives, finishing a little bit better around the rim. But it's always going to be a big piece of what we do. We work on it tirelessly during the week. We shoot the ball a ton, and I'm just a big proponent of that shot, and so it'll be very, very big in our offense moving forward.
Grace Hales has been your leading scorer in conference play. She had 5 made threes on Friday night, double figures again for the 6th time in 7 games on Sunday. How have you seen her continue to develop over the course of this season?
She's just continuing to get better and better. She's got a great work ethic. She can play for 40 minutes. Like, you never think she's tired when she's out on the court. She's got a really good motor, and I think she's just continuing to learn, and she's finding her open shots, and she's still got a long way to go. I think she still has a lot of growth in her, but I'm really excited on how she's progressed, and she's getting more and more confident, understanding how and when to score for our team, and not only that, she's doing a great job defending, she's doing a great job rebounding the basketball as well. So really excited for her.
Let's look ahead to this weekend and start with Friday night against Evansville. It's a team that you beat in a lopsided game the first time around. It's always tougher on the road. Mm-hmm. What do you have to do to bring the intensity on Friday night, and what do you have to do to repeat that success?
I think we have to continue to go out and focus on just doing things the Valpo way and playing as hard as we can the whole time we're on the floor, and playing to our principles and doing those things correctly. And it's, we have to put the game here away. That was what it was, but we have to go there and we have to attack them the same way we did the first game, and get out there and try to score every time we have the ball, try to get stops defensively, and focus on doing things correctly within how we want to play basketball. And I think if we do that, we'll get the result that we want.
And then Sunday against Indiana State, another rematch, a very competitive game the first time around, an overtime loss, maybe a little bit of a revenge game on Sunday. But what do you adjust from that first meeting to be successful on Sunday?
I think we have to do a better job of getting their point guard under control. I think she kind of drives the ship there and really pushes the ball in transition. So that's been something we've struggled with a little bit in the last couple games. So finding her early and collectively guarding her and getting her stopped in transition and making them play against 5 of our players in a half-court setting, I think is going to be really important in that game on Sunday.
It's never easy on the road in the Valley, but Valpo will hit the road this weekend. Should be some good games at Evansville on Friday night at 6 o'clock, and then a Sunday 2 p.m. tip at Indiana State. For now, until then, for all the latest in Valpo women's basketball, check out valpoathletics.com.